Hi guys, this is a video on Windows software. In my last video I talked about making a Windows XP bootable live image for recovery. Now I forgot to mention that there are two other tools that you can use, and basically these are downloadable and they're free. So the first one is Ultimate Boot CD. Now this contains loads of freeware utilities that can be used to modify various things in your computer, such as partitions and things like that. Very useful for if something happens to your computer and you can't get into it for some reason. You can boot off the CD and you can find what the problem is and use various tools. I'll show you all the tools they have in a second. And also Ultimate Boot CD for Windows. Now previously I talked about BART PE, and it had a PE builder where you could take your files off your XP CD and then boot into minimal version of XP and add your own applications. Now UBCD takes this a step further and adds its own freeware ones that it has, so you can then do various things. So if anything, it'd be better to download this than muck about and do it all manually like I've said in the previous video, because if you go to start UBCD for Win, it says on my boot CD for Windows, and you'll notice it's got exactly the same PE builder as I showed in my previous video. So all I did is go to the source path with my XP Service Pack 2 disk in my drive, select the source as my drive, and I've created the ISO image, but you'll want to do burn to disk. Now I didn't touch the plugins folder because it looks like they're already all done for me. So you'll want to do burn to CD DVD, and all I did was press build and I resulted in this ISO image. So I have my virtual machine over here and I'm just going to boot these up and show you what they're like. Now with Ultimate Boot CD, for some reason a couple of times I got a general protection fault. I've just managed to get it working, but that was just trying it again. So I may get a general protection fault. I'll try it a couple of times to see if we can get in there for you, but once it's in, it looks quite nice. So we'll start with the first Ultimate Boot CD, which runs itself off DOS. So all I'm going to do is reference the CD-ROM drive to point to Ultimate Boot CD. Now you can do various things in this. There's lots of testing tools. Oops. Now I'm going to have a problem with trying to get to the boot menu. Here we go. CD-ROM drive. Now there's various things you can do with this CD. You got mainboard tools, hard disk tools, file system tools, other tools, user-defined tools, DOS, Linux, boot tools. So mainboard tools, CPU tests, memory tests, peripheral tools, processor information, system information, benchmarking tools, and BIOS tools. Now I won't go into any of them actually, so I'll have to reboot again. So these are just some of the things that are included. Memtest 86. I'm actually going to start them because it will go into the file and it will take me ages to restart the computer. So hard disk tools, installation tools, diagnostic tools, device management tools, wiping tools, cloning tools, low-level editing tools. So this is all antivirus tools, network tools. This is all for if your computer somehow gets screwed up. Your own boot image here, so you can put your own one there, and DOS Linux boot disks. So you can do FreeDOS, OpenDOS, anything that can help you with the recovery of your computer. So this is the Ultimate Boot CD, which I think loads either a DOS area or a Linux area to run these various tools, and it will then run the program, and they're all freeware, so this boot disk is free to download and completely legal. So we'll now try this Windows version. Now don't expect this to work first time, but I will have a go anyway. So we're looking for that, and we're going to restart this, and again I'm going to try and get it so I can actually access the boot menu. There we go, CD-ROM drive. And when you first start it up, you see this nice big USB Ultimate Boot CD thing here. It says boot from drive C, launch the Ultimate Boot CD, direct boot and nuke. Now I talked about this before. It overwrites your drive, wipes it completely, and uses government tools or something. Go back, not sure what that is. Memtest 86, test your RAM. NTFS reads the file system, password and registry editor, and the Windows recovery console. So I'll just wait for this time remaining to go down so we can start the Ultimate Boot CD, hoping that we don't get a fault. There we go, it's working. So setup is expecting your hardware configuration, as this is a pre-installation environment because it uses the BART PE builder. So it's now loading the Ultimate Boot CD for Windows. So what this will do, will open a Windows environment with a start menu and things like that. Now BART PE was a lot more basic because I didn't add anything when I show it, and it just had a go button, but this actually has a start button, and you can change the shell options at the beginning. So you see we've got a Windows XP boot logo here. Now previously also I was talking about SATA support, and people with new drives may struggle to get it working. Now with this Ultimate Boot CD they've loaded a pack in here which gets the SATA drives working, so it might be worth downloading this before you try anything else. And obviously you'll need your original XP boot disk to run it and burn it to another CD. So here we have a pre-shell thing. We're just going to use the auto, which is the main one, USB CD for Win. I haven't selected anything, I'm just letting it go by itself. So it should now be loading the Windows shell. Just drag this across so we can see all of it. And as you can see we've got a start button. It says UBCD for Win, Ultimate Boot CD. Network support I'm going to disable for the second because that's not important. That's usually if you want to back up your things over the network or something like that. So as you can see it's got my it says my total RAM here is 1 gig, even though I've got 2 gig. My processor, it shows me my fixed disk, so it does work in VMware, so I can actually access my C drive this time, which is good. Total size there and free space here. So that is all the system information. So you see my computer, network places, remote registry, the internet, handy recovery, easy PC fix, drive image, hard disk tune, fabs, auto backup and screensaver. And you'll also notice we have a start menu. I'm hoping I'm trying to get this to follow me. Here we go. Is it following? Yep. So we've got a calculator, notepad, anti-spyware tools, adware, all things like that. These all start, so you don't have to worry about getting these all set up with product keys. Applications, we've got Firefox, Foxit Reader, OpenView, Notepad, Opera, Rocket Dock even. Set up Windows XP. I'm sorry about this, my screen recorder doesn't follow me. I can't install VMware tools, so it will. Disk tools, CD burning tools, file management tools, compression, 7-zip. So these are all really good things that you can use to edit passwords. All things you can use to fix your computer. So if your computer goes wrong, I strongly suggest you getting this Ultimate Boot CD for Windows because it looks brilliant. It seems to have everything you need to be able to try and restore functionality with your computer, and also you don't have to worry about booting up a Linux live disk because they are, well, hard to use usually. You have to go for a console and things like this, but this actually shows it as if you're in Windows. Now you can access your Vista drives using this as well, so if you have Windows Vista you should be able to access all the files on your Vista system. If I just start up something random, if I start up OpenView picture viewer, you can see it's actually loading inside this in this CD, because what's happening is it loads it from the CD and then it runs the programs from RAM, and then you're just using your RAM instead of hard disk space, and obviously you can access your hard disk space here, and that's the CD drive. So yeah, a lot of things you can do here. Now I'm not sure with the Ultimate Boot CD, as you with the original BART PE it stops after 24 hours I think, don't quote me on that, but if so you can't use it permanently or something. Now I'm not sure if they've edited it with Ultimate Boot CD to allow you to use it longer if you need to, if you're having problems with your system. But this is a very, very useful tool, and I'm probably going to burn this now so I can use it, just in case anything happens with a PC. So I strongly recommend everyone burning this to a disk, as it's all freeware, it's completely legal, and it's very useful. So thanks for watching my video. These are two things. They're both made, I think, by the same people, but someone's just come out with a Windows version of the Ultimate Boot CD. So you saw the DOS version and the Windows version. So thanks for watching my video. If you like my videos, please comment, rate and subscribe, and thanks again.